Hello children. Today we are going to start and learn about the third part of our lesson number 3, the skeletal system. In the first module, we learned about the skeleton and its different parts. In the second module, we learned about different kinds of joints found in our body. Now in this module, in third module, we will learn about the muscular system. So the muscles also are kind of a tissue which cover our bones, and the muscles are found in all the parts of our body, everywhere. How many muscles are there? So if you recall, when I was teaching you about the bones, how many bones are there in an adult human body? We learned that adult human body has 206 bones. 206 bones. But in an adult human body, we have more than 600 muscles. More than 600 muscles in our body. Isn't it great? Yes? Now, why do we have muscles and what is the function of the muscles? Actually, muscles bring about movement in our body with the help of the joints. They bring out the movement. And these muscles are joined to the bones. To join the bones, they are joined with the help of another tissue known as tendons. So please remember, muscles are joined to the bones, attached to the bones with the help of tendons. What's the spelling? T-E-N-D-O-N-S. Tendons. Do you remember what is there, what was present to join the bones? So between two bones, the two bones and bones were joined by ligament, if you remember that. So here muscles are joined to the bones with the help of tendons. Okay? Right. So now, how many types of muscles do we have in our body? So broadly, a very broad classification is given in your book. We have basically two kinds of muscles. What are the two kinds of muscles? The two kinds of muscles are, number one, voluntary muscles. And number two, involuntary muscles. Now, as the name suggests, the first kind is the voluntary muscles. Voluntary muscles are the muscles which are under our control. We can command them, we can order them, we can tell them what to do and what not to do, right? Say for example, I want to lift this chalk, so I can lift it. The muscles of my hand, they are voluntary muscles because they are listening to my order. I want to put the chalk down, I can keep it down. I want to turn my head this way or this way, I can do that, right? But the second type of muscles, those are involuntary muscles. So involuntary muscles are the ones which are not in our control, which do not listen to our command. For example, the muscles in my heart, which are also known as cardiac muscles. They will work on their own. So cardiac muscles, they start working the moment we are born and they'll keep on working till we die. So they will not listen to my command. I cannot ask my heart to stop working, right? And also the muscles of my stomach, my intestine. So they will work on their own. We cannot give them command. They are not in my control. So those kind of muscles are known as involuntary muscles. Okay? Now the next thing is that how do the muscles work? Muscles work in pairs. Remember, muscles work in pairs. Means what? That one of the muscle will contract or it will shorten up and the other one will relax. Right? Other one will become normal in size. So that's how they bring out the movement. And I would like to give you an example of the bicep and the tricep muscles. Now where are the bicep muscles? This is my hand and here on top, this muscle, this is my bicep muscle. Right? And at the bottom, this side, this is my tricep muscles. Okay? Now if I want to lift my hand up, right? I'm bringing it up, and if you put your hand over here, you will definitely feel and observe a kind of bulging over here. Now why this bulging is there? Because your biceps have contracted, they have become shorter, right? And that's how your hand has been lifted. Now if I want to straighten it up, right? So this time when my hand is up, the biceps have contracted and these muscles are relaxed. The triceps have relaxed, right? Now if I want to straighten it up again, the tricep will contract, these muscles will contract and the biceps will relax. So that is how the muscles work. Let's understand it more with the help of a diagram. So this is, children, the diagram. Here, these are on top, these are your biceps. And at the bottom, back side, these are the triceps, you can see written over here. Now when the hand is lifted up, the biceps shorten, they contract, and that is how you see the bulging over here. And these triceps, they relax, right? Now when you want to straighten your hand again, then the biceps have relaxed, you can see in the picture, the biceps have relaxed, they have come into the normal shape. Whereas the triceps, these muscles, they have now become shortened, they have contracted, and that's how the hand has become straight. So the bicep and tricep, they are working in pairs to bring out the movement in the hand. I hope it is clear to you, children. So with that, we finish this lesson. So let us do a quick recap of the lesson, what we have learnt in this lesson, this skeletal system. In the first module, we learnt about the skull, the bones in the skull. We learnt about the ribs. There are 12 pairs of ribs, out of which 2 are floating ribs. Then we learnt about the backbone. How many vertebrae were there? 33, right? Then we learnt about the limbs, forelimbs and the hind limbs. And along with limbs, we also learnt about the girdles, right? The pelvic girdle and the pectoral girdle. Then in the second module, we learnt about the joints. A place where 2 bones meet is called a joint. And basically, there are 2 types of joints. Immovable joints, which are found in the skull, and movable joints, which can move. Again, they have been classified into 4 kinds: ball and socket joint, hinge joint, pivot joint, and gliding joint. Ball and socket joint is found in your shoulder, yes, and the hinge joint is found in your elbow. Pivot joint found in the first 2 vertebrae. The gliding joint found in your wrist. Then today in this third module, we learnt about the muscles, right? And we learnt about basic 2 classifications of the muscles, the voluntary muscles and the involuntary muscles. Voluntary muscles, they are under our control, right? They act according to our will, like the muscles of our hands and our legs. Involuntary muscles, which do not listen to us, which are not in our control, right? For example, the muscles of our heart, of our stomach, or our intestine. Then children, we also learnt that the muscles work in pairs, right? And they can only pull, they cannot push. So children, I hope that you have understood the lesson. Please read your book twice, underline all the important points, and go through the YouTube videos once again. See the part 1 again and read that part from the book. Then see the part 2 and read that part from the book. And then part 3 and see the part 3 module. So see it again and again. You can pause your videos and see it again, right? And if you have any problem or any doubts, that we can discuss later on, where your problems will be solved. But till now, I believe this lesson 3 is clear to you. Thank you, children.